There is a drug epidemic happening here in America. Our fathers, mothers, sisters, brothers, nieces, and nephews are dying each and every day. Enough is enough. It's time to fight back. Welcome. You are now about to witness the beginnings of the underground church in America. Our government has been infiltrated with Luciferians, and our cities have been infiltrated with madness. They want our heads. They want our silence. This is our response in Christian resistance. We are a select few of Christian soldiers, and we need to know, are you down? And now, for the minister.
Super Soldier.
Welcome back. Hey, I want to talk to you about the mark of the beast, okay? And so, this is just something I ponder about and kind of run it through my head a little bit, I heard people, preachers teach about this and whatnot, and I just want to give you a perspective that maybe you've never ever heard before, right? So it's just something to kind of ponder about. I don't want none of y'all to go and say, hey, Soda Jerk said this, and so therefore it is written, right? It's nothing like that. It's just something to think about, And I heard this maybe 13 years ago on some kind of obscure little local radio show, I think, back in the day. And it always was in the back of my head, what the mark of the beast could be, right? So, first of all, what would be so bad that you could not, if you took the mark, you were disqualified for heaven, right? So what could be so bad? What could be so bad to disqualify you from heaven, right? Because Jesus paid a terrible price on the cross. That way we could be redeemed, right? So what could be so bad? See, hell was meant for the devil and his angels, right? That's what it was created for, the devil and his angels, okay? So, what could be so bad? So, they asked Jesus, the apostles asked Jesus, when you come back, what would the world, I'm just like, not word for word, right? Okay. So what's the world going to look like, And he said, Jesus says, as the days of Noah was, that's what the world's going to look like at his return, as the days of Noah. They were eating, drinking, and marrying, right? That's what he said. Well, we've always been eating, drinking, and marrying, So what was the difference between the days of Noah and in the days of Noah before the flood, right? Get this. The reason he had to destroy the world with water, was because the DNA was corrupt. There were giants, like the story of Goliath, right? So there were giants in the land. The DNA of man was corrupt. They were mixed with the Nephilims. They were mixed with half angel. When the angels came down and mated with women, so it was half angel, half man, beings, and where do their spirits go when they died? Where do their spirits go? Because they're not like us that would be judged, right, when we die. And the angels, they didn't die, So what where the half-breeds go? And the answer is that their spirits stayed here. Their bodies died, but their spirits have stayed here, right? So, they're going to be thrown into the lake of fire. They're going to go to hell, right? There's no salvation for a Nephilim. Nephilims, they're gonna go to hell, right? The DNA, their DNA is corrupt. Their DNA was corrupt. And lately, they've been putting stuff like that, like on Netflix. There's a show called Sweet Tooth, I think it is, and it's about a genetic hybrid of man and animal, right? And they're trying to make the genetic hybrid look like, the innocent, and and it might be, I don't know, but not for the Nephilims, right? Not for the Nephilims. They're disqualified from heaven. They're disqualified from heaven, right? And but what if this man on the radio program had said that the mark of the beast will be sold as a DNA upgrade? It'll be like a DNA upgrade. So he thought. So he was thinking, and so and it will actually change your DNA into Nephilim DNA, and that would be the disqualifying factor. Now I'm just talking. I'm not saying that this is the way. This is just what rolls around in my head, right? This is the land of Super Soda Jerk, right? That just rolls around in my head. So when the shatiazo, what the shatiazo is, right? You get one in one arm and the other one in the other arm, and then 6 months later you get a booster, right? And they were talking about that had RNA. I was thinking, man, that sure sounds like DNA, and that I heard that it was even some rodeo programs, they were saying it's going to change people's DNA. And I said, wow, man, this looks like what it might be. It might be the beginning. I'm not saying it's the mark of the beast, but I'm saying, think about it. What would disqualify you? Corrupt DNA. It's what disqualified the Nephilims and their offspring. You gotta stop being so gullible as Christians in America. Stop being so gullible and believing everything that people tell you. They say safe and effective. It's not safe and it's not effective. Come on, you guys could think. I get so frustrated, right, with the American church here lately. It seems like they're falling for it. You got to make a stand. You got to make a stand. You got to draw the line in the sand. What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? Stop believing all the lies. I think the mark of the beast will be some kind of way to corrupt your DNA. I don't think this is it, because you'll have to pledge allegiance to it, right? But it'll be something like it. And if you can't stand up to this, you're not going to be able to stand up to that. Now, let me get this clear. I'm not saying that's the way it is, but kind of roll that around in your mind a little bit and tell me what you think.